Hi, Mr. Myler's here with some frigid forecast details.
Yeah, I mean, it's cold.
It's really cold.
It is February, but I don't know if we're just wearing a false sense of security where it's been relatively mild. So when it gets down to like 15, we're like, ooh, because it's usually like negative 15, and we're like, whatever. So
If we think back to like the beginning of last February, though, where it was like negative $1 trillion that one, like the weekend.
Oh, that one weekend, that brutal weekend. Yeah.
I was in South Carolina, but I heard it was really bad.
It was bad.
negative 30, I believe, is what we got to.
Yeah, and
that was one where everybody's worried their heat pumps weren't going to work.
Yeah.
And I
think Mount Washington had like a negative 108 or like broke some insane records. So cold.
So this feels great today, actually. Like I was saying, beach day.
See how I did that? I found the warm spot in the forecast.
Flip it.
Good morning, everybody. Part of the reason it's so cold out there is because there's really nothing in the way of any clouds or anything outside, which is allowing all that heat to escape as you go out. So it is cold outside. You're going to notice that as you head out the door, you're going to take a little bit longer to get warm when you get out there. You're going to want the gloves. You're going to want the hat. Your car is going to take a couple extra minutes to warm up because temperatures right now are sitting in the single digits for the bulk of the state. A few of us in some areas in the double digits, but just by a hair. So it's definitely a cold start to your day out there. It's been a little bit colder because of the wind chill, but not quite as much as it was yesterday, which is the big difference between the 2 days. Wind speeds are pretty breezy and gusty yesterday. You got that cold gust of air in your face that just made everything feel even colder. They're calming down today. Still to the northwest, so we're still going to see a cold day, but we're seeing everything calming down a little bit more to help your feels like temperature and your actual temperature feel a little bit closer together. Now we have the wind direction and the sunshine to thank for this from this high pressure system that's sitting over place right now. This is just keeping everything nice and sunny here as you go through it, and that's going to stay for today. Move a little bit here over the next couple of days, but still going to be pretty nice at that point before low pressure system starts to work its way in on Friday. As this does, it's just looking like a 24-hour thing. Just the precip types are going to kind of shift back and forth as we go through the day. Before we get there, though, let's talk about what the good stuff is. Lots of sunshine continuing for your day here today, so it's going to be gorgeous once again. I mean, it's a bright start to the day, and it's going to remain that way through it. We're also going to see temperatures outside that are pretty much exactly the same. So even though we're starting a lot colder, we're going to see it ending up where we were yesterday in the mid-20s to low 30s as you go through it. But again, these are going to feel a lot closer to these temperatures instead of taking off 10 or 15 degrees because of the winds. So it will change in that regard here as we go through your day, but otherwise pretty much the same forecast overall. And the next couple of days aren't looking too bad either. We're going to really just see a couple clouds trying to inch their way in, but as you can notice, there's still a lot of sunshine each day along with that. So great kind of weather coming up here. We're going to continue on that quiet stretch, and everything's going to get a little bit warmer here if you want a little bit more mild of temperatures. We're getting right around 40 here for the next 3 days. So you're going to start to notice everything getting a bit warmer, a bit more mild, above average for once before we drop right back off as we get into your weekend. So we'll get back to these very cold temperatures. The key to these, the timing of it though, is that we're having temperatures that are warm enough that snow not necessarily going to happen here. It's quiet all week long, but as that precip arrives on Friday in the morning, you're going to see some snow with this at first initially, but as slightly warmer air moves in through the day, you'll probably start to notice a little bit more rain and some mixing with this as well. Closer to the coastline is the best chance for rain. The farther north you go, the better chance you have for snow, especially in the mountains where you could expect a few inches out of this one. So it's nothing crazy, but we are still seeing that precip arriving, but moving out by the time we get to Saturday. So not going to be something that lasts super long, just kind of on Friday overall. Seas 2 to 4 feet out there, winds out of the northwest around 10 to 15 knots, so they've calmed down since yesterday, and there's a small craft advisory for about 15 minutes more. Here's what we're looking at for the rest of the week though. A couple clouds build in over the next couple days. We're going to see mild air moving in. We have that precip that could be a little bit frozen in some places on Friday, and then it's breezy and chilly after that as we get into your day on Saturday, but lots more sunshine. So overall, a pretty sunny and calm week coming up. Just a couple chances for some precip in the forecast.
All right. Thank you,
Not
sir.
too bad.